Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here on WIOK, driven by McCarthy Tire Service. We appreciate you joining us each and every Saturday as we kick off the 2017-18 season today. Well, we're going to talk some PA Elite field hockey, and of course, Erin McGinley is with us today. And Erin, welcome into the show.
Thank you, John.
Well, we appreciate it. Field hockey in the air as high schools will be getting underway in the next week, but it's been a busy summer and a lot of club stuff going on, and let's talk about some of the things you're doing there with PA Elite.
I'd say for the girls that I have with me today, their biggest thing started this winter when they qualified for both U16 and U19 nationals for the national indoor tournament. And they're all U16, so qualifying in a double age division is something very impressive that most girls don't get the opportunity to, or, you know, a lot of clubs don't allow it. But they're extremely successful, and that's where they started to get noticed and people started to recognize their names, and that's when doors started to open collegiately for them, which is something that is they're aspiring to have happen in these next couple months or like within a year or so for these girls.
Talk about, in general, these schools looking at players and what, playing, of course, field hockey in Northeastern Pennsylvania is pretty darn hot. When are they starting to notice some of these young ladies?
I would say for the most part, we generally start around freshman year, and that's not to say that that's when offers come, but they start looking around their freshman year because they're trying to decide, to get to know the families and the girls as individuals, and also the fact that, they're going to camps and at different events, whether it's, futures or, if I'm bringing colleges with it to the area, stuff along those lines. And, two of the girls that are here today are going to be sophomores, so they're getting into kind of the thick of it in terms of unofficial visits and getting offers. And then one of the girls with me is a freshman, so she's just kind of starting the process, which is a good thing. And she's going to get going on that very soon, and just some really good opportunities. And for me, it's just about building and maintaining the relationships and, doing the best I possibly can to promote everybody that plays within my club.
And, of course, you're coaching this year at Wyoming area, so congratulations on that. But still, that club field hockey is so important. And as far as travel with club field hockey, talk about some of the places these student-athletes are traveling to. It's a pretty big circle, right?
Yes. So some of them have traveled to the National Field Hockey Festival, which is in Florida, Palm Beach, Florida. And then Sarah just returned from Michigan at the Junior Olympics. Sarah and Alex and Mia all spent a lot of the summer down in Lancaster at the Spooky Nook Sports. And they've gotten to travel a lot of different places, just visiting colleges as well, and also doing some tournaments within Virginia. Like, they all got to participate in NITs in Richmond, and for the U19 level, and at the U16 level, they got to participate at the Spooky Nook Sports as well.
All right, we'll get to the girls coming up here. But what I ask you about each girl as we talk with them. Tell us a little bit about Alex Wesneski and her skill set as a field hockey player.
So Alex, I've been coaching since she's about 8 years old. So I've known her for an extremely long time. Alex has a drive like no other. She's going to do whatever she can to score. But I think one of the most humbling things about her is that she wants the team to win. It's not about her and herself alone. She wants every part of her team to be successful, which is something that's extremely special. And she continually does on a daily basis, weekly basis, what she needs to do to improve. And, she knows that she needs to continue to work hard and just excel in every way that she possibly can. She's definitely an extremely skilled player, but she can also play on the defensive end of the ball, which is a great skill set, because when a college coach is looking at you, they want to see that you have all of the above, not just one individual thing, whether it's just, I can score goals, or, I can stop the ball from going in the cage. They want to see the whole package, and she's very fortunate in that she has that capability.
Erin, we're talking again about PA Elite field hockey. You're talking about field hockey players here in Northeastern Pennsylvania that are going on, hopefully, to do incredible things like many have done in the past. How much is size a factor that coaches are looking at? And obviously, there's a lot to being a good field hockey player. We always seem to have that element of toughness here in Northeastern Pennsylvania, but there's definitely a skill set. But talk about size, how important that may be for college coaches.
The taller you are, the better the reach you have. So that is an extremely important thing in the sense that you can get a good touch on the ball that maybe somebody that's a little shorter cannot. But I would say, no, regardless of your size, the thing that they're also looking for is that those first couple steps, that speed that you have and can possess on the ball or to get to a ball, which is something that's extremely important. So size does definitely play a factor, but if you're a short in height type player, that's not going to necessarily affect you in a negative way.
All right, without further ado, let's get to Alex Wesneski, who's been patient holding on here. And Alex, welcome into the studio today, and let's talk about the field hockey and the love of it that you have.
I love field hockey. I've been playing since, like Erin said, I was 8, and ever since then, I knew this is something I want to do for a very, very long time, and I've been helped all along the way by all my coaches and teammates, and I just continue to love it.
Talk about when you first started field hockey and just learning how to kind of dribble and do different things. That's all the challenging part. How long do you think it took before you started getting a little bit more confident with it?
When I first started, just like anyone else with any other sport, it was hard. I couldn't use both sides of the stick. My brothers played ice hockey; they used both sides of the stick. You have to use one side, and learning that was definitely hard for me to do. I probably started to get comfortable in 6th grade, probably, and then when I got into junior high, when I officially started playing, it was much better.
And as far as some of the places you're traveling with the PA Elite, talk about some of the competition. I'm sure there's some good players that you're playing against and good teams as well.
Yeah, definitely. When we go to NITs, our hardest competition this year was Excalibur and Charlotte Ambush. We played them to try and be top of our pool, and we ended up tying them, and that was probably the hardest thing. And when we played Excalibur, we were winning 3-1, and they had the benefit of the doubt and came back and won 4-3, which was really disappointing for us. But definitely Excalibur and WC, they're probably our hardest competition.
Well, a lot of great competition out there, always helping to get you a little bit better, and you hope to do field hockey at the next level. Talk about what you're thinking about right now. Again, just a sophomore, so you got a lot of time to think about it. But these colleges, I'm sure, are getting ready to say, "Hey, we'd love to have you." What are you looking for in a school when that comes up?
My mind's pretty open right now, so honestly, I haven't narrowed anything down. I like small schools or something like that. Big schools are good too. My mind's so open and everything. It's gonna be hard, and I've been pretty fortunate with everything that's happened so far. Yeah.
Well, you're quite busy at school. Well, let's talk about some of the subjects. Math and science seem to be strengths for you, and I'm sure a lot of colleges will be open to that and saying there's a lot of good programs that you might be able to do. And the clubs, looks like a Spirit Club, Baking Club. You're pretty busy there.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy freshman year with everything. For Spirit Club, it's homecoming. We played. I don't even remember who we played, but anyway, we set up a table and we had paints and everything, and we decorated people's faces and gave them beads and stuff, and that's really fun. Baking Club is just for fun, bake cookies and stuff like that. And then Blue Crew is that's where you introduce people to the school. So on orientation, you step in and help the boarders move in and everything.
Of course, you play some basketball there as well, right?
Yes.
All right. And as far as your brother, LJ, he's at the University of Albany, and you have another brother, Josh?
Yes.
All right. Younger?
Yes, he is.
All right. What sports is Josh playing?
He's playing football this year. He plays lacrosse and ice hockey.
All right. So a busy guy, and you sound like a busy young lady, of course, with the PA Elite Field Hockey. And Alex, we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to continue the conversation. We got a couple more girls that we're going to chat with here from PA Elite Field Hockey here on the John Mendola Show. Also going to check in about the Cody Brace 3-on-3 basketball tournament, Cody's commitment. So that's on the way, so we'll talk about that. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jeremy Paczynski. Break like a good neighbor. Jeremy Paczynski is there. We'll be back here in WILK. Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here at WILK. 10:41 in the morning as we return here for the 2017-18 Scholastic season. We got to talk with the Carbondale Area Chargers football team. Heat AC Week is starting next week, so high school's getting ready for that. We're talking PA Elite Field Hockey as we bring in some field hockey players that are doing some great stuff, and get back to Erin McGinley, who runs PA Elite and also coach at Wyoming area. And for you, Erin, these girls are traveling right now, and I know Alex, she had a pretty busy summer, right?
Yeah, so Alex's summer started with the Regional Futures Tournament, which was held at the Spooky Nook Sport, and then she qualified for the NFC Tournament, which was basically like a few weeks, a month later, also down in Lancaster at the Spooky Nook Sport. And from that, she made the Stars and Stripes Elite game, which was the morning after the championship game. And then after that, she qualified for the junior national camp for the U17 team. And from that, she made the selection to what's called the Stick Selects tournament, which will be in December of this winter, where she can hopefully make the U17 national team for the U.S., which is a huge deal. And she also qualified for the Junior Olympic tournament in Michigan this summer.
Sounds all like a big deal to me, that's for sure. So when you see these young ladies doing great stuff, always great to hear. And that leads us right into our next young lady, Sarah Richards. So Sarah attends Crestwood High School, of course, plays for PA Elite. She's just a sophomore, a heck of a basketball player. I got to see her play on the court last year. So if she's pretty good at basketball, and I'm sure field hockey, she's pretty darn good as well. She's a good athlete.
Yeah, Sarah's just an overall athlete, plain and simple. And Sarah's not someone you ever want to mess with on the court or the field. She will do whatever she can to, in a sense, school you, take the ball right around you, whether it's on the basketball court or on the field hockey field. She has a drive like pretty much no other kid that I've ever seen. And, she's very, very confident, which is an extremely successful thing at such a young age. But Sarah is very skilled, and Sarah can also, just like Alex, play anywhere on the field. Like, I tell Sarah, go play forward. She might look at me and be angry with me, but she can do it. Or I can tell her to go in the backfield and play some defense for me, and she can also do it. So, setting themselves apart, being able to play anywhere on the field and being able to be successful anywhere on the field is such a huge deal. And, I've had the fortunate honor of working with Sarah for 3 years now, and it really has been my great pleasure to watch her grow and succeed and, get to work very hard in this college process now as well, which is super successful. And she's getting to visit a lot of places. And the other nice thing is she's been very similarly as successful as Alex in the future system. And she got to participate in regionals down in Lancaster and then qualified for NFCs, also down in Lancaster at the Spooky Nook Sport. Made that Stars and Stripes Elite game that morning after the championship. And then she also was offered to go to the Junior Olympics in Michigan and literally just returned from there yesterday. So she can definitely talk about that and that experience, which is something I think is very momentous for her. So I'm looking forward to you getting to talk to her a little bit. All
right, let's welcome in Sarah Richards, again, a sophomore, attends Crestwood, plays for the PA Elite Field Hockey. And Sarah, welcome into the show.
Thank you.
Well, how much fun you having right now just playing sports?
I'm having so much fun. It's my favorite thing to do. I love to do it.
Well, much like your dad, running around an awful lot. He was pretty good back in the day. And as far as traveling all over the place, you getting used to that, or is it kind of you just like going to see new places right now?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gone pretty much. I've been gone like all summer. I've been home like 2 weeks.
Well, that's pretty interesting. As far as let's first talk about your field hockey career, as far as what you like about it and how much fun that you have with your friends, whether it's on your high school team with PA Elite and traveling with some of these best players around. What's that like?
It's so awesome. I just get to meet new people all the time, and it's so great to be with your friends and be that close and go to new places and see all these things with the best people you could.
Versatility, as Coach mentioned, you can play anywhere, but where do you enjoy playing when you're out there playing field hockey?
My favorite position is center mid.
All right. And how about the ability to score? Is that something you can do?
I guess I could when I have to, but I try to get the ball into the circle so the forwards can score or tip off my shots.
How about the toughness? I believe your coach, Erin McGinley, was trying to talk about that. Talk about the toughness and where that comes from.
I've always been aggressive in every sport. Sometimes I get a little out of control, but it's just because I love the game so much that I just want to do the best that I could.
You do a heck of a job in the classroom with a 4.0. So talk about liking some subjects like science and doing the job there.
Yeah, school's always my first priority. So with field hockey, we practice right after school. So I come home, make sure I get all my homework done, and then I study as much as I could so I can hopefully go somewhere with college and do good there.
Do you have a percentage on what you like more between basketball, field hockey, or is it whatever sport you're doing at the time?
Field hockey is definitely above basketball, but I still like basketball.
Well, I got to see you play basketball. I didn't get to see you play field hockey yet, but if what I saw with basketball, you're even better in field hockey. That's a little scary.
Thank you.
Biggest rivalry team that you like going against high school-wise?
Definitely Wyoming Valley West. They were our season opener last year, and we tied 1-1, and then we saw them again in the District 2 championship, and unfortunately we lost, but it was actually better for us moving through the state tournament because we didn't have to match up with Villa Maria in the first round, so that was good, and they lost. So.
All right. Well, sounds like you got a great future here. Again, just a sophomore, really made a splash as a freshman. And as far as what you hope to do in college and field hockey are right now, what you're focused on, right?
Yes, definitely.
And any thoughts on where that could be, or you're pretty wide open like Alex?
Right now, I'm pretty open still. I hope to narrow it down soon, though.
All right. Well, we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
All right. Sarah Richards there from Crestwood, of course, playing with PA Elite. Let's get back to Erin McGinley from PA Elite. And Erin, you talk about that recruiting process for these kids now here, their sophomore year. They're hearing stuff already as far as we're interested, right?
Yes, for Sarah and Alex, I've been hearing it since their freshman year, which is not necessarily extremely typical, but they can't contact them until their junior year of September 1. So for Alex and Sarah, they have to go through me because it's the only way I can set phone calls up and set visits up for them and all the above, which is also kind of a good thing because for a kid to be contacted, without any pre-warning at such a young age is kind of difficult. I mean, talking on the phone to somebody that you might end up spending for 4 years of your life with, they need time to prepare for that and to look at the campus and, review things on the website and talk to their parents because, they're the ones that are helping in that process as well. So I think that the NCAA is doing a good job and making sure that they can't be spoken to directly, by getting an email or a phone call until their September 1 of their junior year. But it's been a very good process. And for them, like I said, they're very fortunate that I, without a doubt in my mind, would say that I probably can foresee a decision for them sometime within their sophomore year, which is something very, very special. And, especially with the way they're getting looked at and the comments I get from the coaches on a daily and weekly basis is kind of unheard of.
Well, two special young ladies, that's for sure. We got another special one we're going to get to here, Mia Magnotta. Coach, tell us a little bit about Mia.
So Mia is a goalkeeper, different position than Alex and Sarah on the field, and that in and of itself is something really, really special. I was a goalkeeper, so Mia and I have a little bit of a kindred spirit, and I've been working with Mia for a very long time to hopefully develop her skills and make her the best she possibly can be. She's already being pursued by a couple colleges, which is something amazing considering she just finished her 8th grade year. She's not even a freshman yet. She's attended, the National Field Hockey Festival, been to 2 NIT tournaments, a U16 and a U19, got seen at those, and then participated in the Futures tournament, which was something extremely special for her because goalkeepers are much different than field. Mia was selected from the regional tournament to NFCs. Out of all of the goalkeepers, which I believe was somewhere in the 60s, she was one of 4 selected. And I try to remind her of that, how special that actually is, because it doesn't really happen. 4 goalkeepers out of 60-some is something kind of insane. And again, like I said, she had just finished her 8th grade year. So, she qualified for NFCs, and then she qualified to actually go to JOs as well, which was something, remarkable as well, to go to Michigan. And Mia has a ton of potential and is extremely hardworking, and is coming from a very level-headed family, which is a good thing. And, she knows what she wants. And I can honestly tell you, I'm sure Alex and Sarah would tell you, they don't want to go against Mia. Mia can stop pretty much the best of the best. Like, when you see her play, it's something very, very special. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for Mia and where she ends up going. And I know every day I count my blessings that she's a part of my organization as well.
All right, let's welcome in Mia Magnotta. And Mia, ninth grade year, let's first talk about what high school you're attending this year.
I'm attending Wyoming Seminary.
All right. Well, we wish you the best there. And
Thank you.
Mia, let's talk about your skill set there as a goalkeeper and being able to face some shots. How long did it take you to kind of, work that out and get some confidence with it?
Well, I started as a goalkeeper really young, and then I started travel in 6th grade with Erin, and that's when my skills started to develop a lot more, and I saw how much potential I had. So my confidence grew throughout the years. So probably 7th grade year, I realized I could stop a hard shot.
And do you ever get scared of those shots coming in now, or are you kind of just used to it at this point?
Well, sometimes to go up against really strong players, and I flinch a little bit, but for the most part, it's not that bad.
Well, everybody must be flinching if you're doing that well, as Coach mentioned. You come from a big family. Talk about being part of a big family and probably your biggest fans, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I have an older sister who's 18. She's actually leaving on Tuesday to go to LaSalle. She's playing field hockey. I have a brother who's 12, and then I have 2 other younger brothers who are 8, and they're twins.
Oh, awesome. It sounds like a great thing, and a busy family, so everybody's probably going all over the place. Talk about your traveling so far with field hockey, of some places that you've gone to.
So I've gone to Florida last Thanksgiving to compete in the festival. I've been to University of Brown for a qualifier, and then I travel in Pennsylvania a lot to play at other clubs and tournaments.
And of course, your sister is your role model, which is awesome to hear. Your older sister. How about some subjects in school that you like?
I really like English. I love to read. I love to write, and I like science a lot too.
Well, you sound like a high school and a college's dream, and of course, I'm sure you're going to do a great job there at Wyoming Seminary. Of course, best of luck at PA Elite. Continued success for you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, great to hear from these young ladies from PA Elite. Of course, Erin McGinley for bringing them in and talking about these girls again at another level, not just here locally in Northeastern Pennsylvania. We come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the 3-on-3 Cody Brace basketball tournament, and then we'll wrap it up here on the John Mendola Show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Michael Griffin. Break like a good neighbor. Mike Griffin is there. We'll be back on WILK.